sort of the difference that you get from a $5,000 system. When you go up the chain of budgets, basically, you get more feedback, more realism, more immersion. And this is a single screen. You can have screens that go all the way around it here, like we're talking about earlier. Again, anything is possible. This right now is a McLaren 720S GT3 car. So you're doing actually a pretty good job, already overtaking 11 people. So that's pretty good. These components of the pedals are real race car components.
I love the haptics, the tension. Yep. This is pretty awesome. That feels...
These are the two most important things and things that people will notice the most.
Oh, that's doing good. Hey guys, we are here at CEDIA 2023. I'm here with Mark with Advanced Sim Racing. As you can see, we got some really cool toys. These are big boy toys here. Mark, thanks for having me. Tell us what we've got here at CEDIA.
Hey guys, yeah, I mean, we are, again, like you mentioned, Advanced Sim Racing. This is one of our turnkey racing simulation solutions. You can see with Thomas at the wheel, crashing a little bit, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, I mean, this is just one of the many things that we do. We have so many configurations that you can have. We can walk you through a little bit of what's going on, because we integrate a bunch of different peripherals to make one complete solution.
Sure.
We manufacture ourselves the chassis. So what you see, that's metal, aluminum, these parts, everything that's metal and the brackets and everything, that's what we do. And then we integrate, so we acquire parts like the steering wheel, the wheelbase, even the motion system. We'll walk you through all of that in detail, but we acquire all of them and then create a single product that makes sense for any budget and any different type of consumer. So yeah.
So you got different price points, different packages.
Absolutely.
So what would be some of the different things that you can offer in those kind of big, better, best?
Yeah, so these are just examples. Everything we do is completely custom. So if a customer walks in our doors or contacts us online, advancedsimracing.com, by the way, all they got to do is let us know budget, what sort of immersion level they're looking for. Is this for training, purely for entertainment? There's a bunch of things that they can do. And then we can start from as low as 5,000 for a complete setup and go as high as 100 grand.
Okay.
So these are sort of sweet spots that people will usually land on depending on what exactly they want to do. What we're looking at now is sort of a P2 configuration, so around the $35,000 mark. The big takeaways or the big highlights of this specific rigs are for sure the motion system. So we're here at CEDIA with D-Box, and D-Box provides the motion system for us. 1.5 is their latest Gen 5 model.
Okay.
And it's amazing. It's integrated directly within the game's engine, and it provides not only motion but also vibration, haptics, the whole thing. We work with professional drivers, and they've all mentioned. I mean, this is sort of the cherry on top, the one thing that you really want for your rig. Yeah.
So Mark, when you mentioned that earlier, you're like, okay, what do you want this for? Do you want it for fun, recreation, or do you want it for like simulation, true training?
Right.
So the NASCAR drivers and IndyCar drivers?
Absolutely. Any type of racing, that's a good point actually. Any type of racing works for this. We have Haley Deegan, NASCAR driver, works for us. She has one of these at home. We have Formula One drivers that use this. We have GT drivers. Any type of racing can be done. What we're looking at right now is GT racing in Assetto Corsa Competizione.
Sure.
But that's just one of the many softwares that can run on this. We have endless possibilities. I mean, we can even go as precise as custom scenarios where if we have a customer that has a 71 Trans Am and wants to run on the Pacific Highway in California, we can set that up for him and he can have a chill evening with a couple of friends.
Oh my goodness.
And this is the one place where you can drink and drive, so that's a good thing.
So what other types of simulations do you offer? Is it just racing, or are there other things?
The company grew with sim racing. We also offer now flight simulation as well.
Cool.
So we can either do dedicated racing simulation setups. We also do dedicated flight simulation setups, and we do hybrids.
Right.
That's one of the most common setups that we'll do is basically because we're able to have quick releases and quick adjusts right here directly at the wheel.
Okay.
We can pop the wheel out and then put in something that is a yoke for like an airliner, and we also have configurations for jet fighters. We can do pretty much anything on a single configuration, which is pretty cool.
Now, is that something, let's say for instance, I like both and I wanted to have both of those options.
Yep.
Would that be something I could easily do myself?
Absolutely. So part of the turnkey service package that we provide at these prices, they're included, is we will fly to the customer's home, we will install for them and give them so the guys that install actually are professional sim drivers. They are incredible at this, significantly better than Thomas, even though he's doing a good job.
I bet he's going to do better than I am in a minute.
He's very good, but still, so part of the service we provide is coaching and optimization of the operation process. It's no secret these are complicated machines, but once our team has gone through 2-3 buttons in the morning, you're racing.
Okay.
So yes, because of that, switching from flight to racing or vice versa, we make it very easy for the customer. So yes, if they want to do one game and then go to flight, very easy to switch between the two. Once we've done the initial install, that's the big piece of the puzzle.
Right. So one thing you mentioned earlier is how much immersion you want. So I'm assuming you have different size screens and curvatures.
Very correct, yeah.
So what do you offer in that?
So
respect?
in a commercial setting here, because we have to crate ship, we do a single monitor, much easier for us, and then the monitor up top is mostly for commercial use. So this single monitor is the right answer for a lot of people, even in their home. It makes it easier. Most of the information is also in front of you, so less chance for motion sickness. So it's a good option. Curved as well, makes it very nice. Most of our high-end setups will have 3 screens. Not as large as these, but 32-inch to 45-inch ultra wides, and they will wrap around you a little bit more. So they will give you a
really
full
nice
180 immersion.
Nice.
And then the cherry on top, or if you can withstand it, some people still can't. We have very high-end VR systems.
Okay.
Put it on your head, headphones. Nothing beats that. You're literally inside the car, and this is not like your typical VR where you can buy for like $300 bucks.
You got the motion and everything.
Yeah. It's very, very high-end stuff with super high refresh rate. It's incredible what it can do. And then we also have the computer that runs everything in the back. We select the computer based on the configuration. It's sort of the brain and the whole thing behind the whole
That is
system.
a massive computer back here.
Yeah, we can see it right there. If you go around on the other side, you'll see we have a glass panel. You can see the inside of the computer. But this is a level 3 configuration. I mean, I won't bore you with the details. We have up to 7 configurations, and the highest configuration is very, very, very powerful. Sort of the best computer you could ever buy today, at least. And we could consistently upgrade with whatever comes out in the market, of course.
So it sounds like, I mean, really, depending on your budget, depending on your needs,
Yep.
you've got a solution for whoever.
Absolutely. Yeah, we are obviously focused on turnkey systems, and that's what we're focusing on here at CEDIA, but we're also a distributor. So like I said, we can do a full system for about $5,000 US.
Sure.
But if somebody is just getting into the game, doesn't even know if they're going to like it or not, we have an online store where people can go and buy just a pedal and wheel that they can clamp on their desk.
Right.
$400, you'll know.
Jeez.
And there's a huge secondhand market as well, so it's like a lot of people will start very cheap, and then you work your way up. It's all upgradable. It's not, you don't have to go to 35,000 right away. You can start with 5, then add a couple of things, you're at 10, and then you add the motion system, then you work your way up. It's very scalable. The way we do our thing is make it as easy to scale as possible for the customer, yeah.
Now, a lot of my audience, they really love great sound, so are there different packages on the sound as well?
Absolutely. Most systems will only come with a simple, like we have here, simple soundbar and subwoofer. We've done custom, we can do anything. So we've done custom 5.1, 7.1 solutions. However, for total immersion, nothing will beat a fantastic pair of headphones. You really feel like you're immersed in the car. However, we understand, like for full theater room setups that we've done, they want speakers and they want to make it a wow factor for friends over and stuff like that. Very, very understandable and very doable.
Well, I think Thomas is doing a great job, but he's hogging up all the time.
Absolutely. I was going to say, might as well have you sit in there for a little bit, get you in the hot seat, and yeah, for sure. We'll see.
Yeah, I'd love to share with you guys what I think.
All right, Michael. So we're in here now. We'll get you set up. So first things first, what I want you to, actually, we're going to get you a little bit closer with the seat slider. Let's actually, hang on. Let's get you a little bit closer. Right. Don't worry about the cars leaving. That's totally normal. It is a rolling start, so you don't have to worry about racing right away.
I got you.
So first things to walk you through, pressing the brake pedals. So you're going to want to brake, right here. See, the red line's full. That's good. 100% brake pressure. That's how hard you need to press it. It's like a real race car brake.
Okay.
Right now you are in a manual configuration, meaning you're going to upshift, downshift it. So we're going to get you into first. Obviously, the green line on track means you can go, go, go. Once that line turns orange, yellow, or red, you need to brake really hard, try to brake in a straight line. So we're going to have you give it a go right now. Try to catch up to the pack. Because it is a rolling start, you cannot shift the second gear yet. Okay. Otherwise it'll do that. It's fine. It's not a big deal. There you go. Now you're good.
Now we go.
Now you can shift up to third. These guys are pretty slow. We want it to be accessible for everyone. But ultimately, that's the point. You want to bang into people. You want to feel what the system can do. There is no damage. You can do whatever you want.
So you don't have to worry about spin out, though.
So what you need, of course. What you need to focus on is how you understand the experience. Obviously, the motion, so you get moved around a little bit. and the force at the wheel.
Yeah.
So you were able to sort of save your crash there. That's because the wheel responds based on feedback. It makes you understand that, hey, the tires are getting a little bit loose, the weight transfer is going a little bit weird. Let me correct.
Right.
It's sort of intuitive for drivers that have driven for a long time, but it's sort of why these systems cost as much as they do. This is sort of the difference that you get from a $5,000 system.
Right.
When you go up the chain of budgets, basically, you get more feedback, more realism, more immersion. So you're doing actually a pretty good job, already overtaking 9 people, 11 people. So that's pretty good. So yeah, and also obviously the pedal seal, and you can feel these components of the pedals are real race car components.
I love the haptics, the tension. Yeah. This is pretty awesome. That feels.
These are the two most important things and things that people will notice the most.
I was doing good.
I distracted you. It's the conversation. It's hard to do two things at once.
But you've got the inversion, you've got this massive screen here.
Absolutely. And this is a single screen. You can have screens that go all the way around to here, like we're talking about earlier. Again, anything is possible. This right now is a McLaren 720S GT3 car. Okay. We have the replica wheel, which is a 1-to-1 replica of what the actual race car drivers use. There you go. That was good.
So if somebody has so if they wanted to drive their own car, they basically can.
Absolutely. There are unlimited amount of cars, and even down to the livery they use in their real race car. They can have it in the game. They can do literally anything they want.
And I would imagine you're able to, because it's all software-based, you can customize the level, the skill,
Correct. So right now we have a little bit of assist on. This is still a simulation where you do need to brake. You need to be careful about not spinning out. But there are still a little bit of assist to make it more accessible at the show.
Sure.
For somebody who's a real race car driver training for the real track, we can turn all that off and make it real 1-to-1 as close as it gets, basically. Yes, we can definitely do all of that, yeah.
This is absolutely rad. So I could imagine doing a flight sim on this.
Absolutely.
Phenomenal.
I mean, these systems are 1.5 inch of travel with the D-Box. They can go all the way up to 6 inches. So imagine that flying. It's completely crazy how deep the rabbit hole goes and how much you can
and then
you can get out of these.
Filling the banking on the truck.
Correct. Yeah. So yeah, if you do left right on the wheel, you'll feel it. You'll start sort of balancing back and forth. It gets pretty crazy when you can do it. Yeah.
This is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Happy to hear that.
So Mark, that was an absolute exhilarating
Glad you
experience, man. That was super, super cool. The haptics, the feedback, the motion, the immersiveness, the sound, it just kind of all comes together. Really makes you feel like you are in the cockpit of a car.
That's the goal.
Super high performance.
Happy to hear that.
I actually had a chance to experience this also at Atlanta Home Theater.
Yeah, so we're spread out a little bit everywhere throughout the U.S. We have key partners that allow us to showcase our technology.
Sure.
We're headquartered in Montreal, Canada, but we have a base in LA, and we have a bunch of different partners, dealerships, we can call it like that. Philly, Texas, we have Atlanta, like where you tried, where we're able to give demos for customers that obviously don't want to fly all the way over to Montreal.
Right.
Local to Atlanta, you can still try it and figure out what works for you.
Now, half of my audience is outside of the U.S., so do you do all over the
We
world,
do. We're expanding and as much as possible now. The focus has always been on the U.S. ever since we started, but we have places now in Saudi Arabia. We have a few places in Europe as well. So there is a way, if you contact us, there is a way, no matter where you are in the world, where we'll figure out a way for you to try one of our systems for sure.
So Mark, if one of my audience or somebody watching this video is interested in finding more about your products, where can they find that?
Best place to reach us is advancedsimracing.com. That's our website. Right on there, you can take a look at our pricing, different options that we have, buy individual items, or even fill out forms where we will contact you and have a discussion with you to figure out what's the best fit for you.
Mark, this has been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, guys.
Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. This was a blast. Check out their website. I'll have it linked down in the description below. Hope you guys have an incredible week. We've got a lot more content coming from CEDIA 2023, so check out the playlist over here. And as always, you guys have a blessed day and take care.